Good morning. Module 3 ആണ് എൻവോൺമെന്റൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് കൺട്രോൾ തന്നെ. അതിൽ ലെസൺ 12 ഓയിൽ ആൻഡ് മറൈൻ പൊല്യൂഷൻ ആണ്. ഇന്നത്തെ ടോപ്പിക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒന്ന് ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ദ സോഴ്സ് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഓഫ് ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ. സെക്കൻഡ് വൺ ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ്റെ റോൾ ഇൻ മറൈൻ പൊല്യൂഷനിൽ എഫക്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓയിൽ, കൺട്രോൾ ഓഫ് ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ ആണ്. ഫാക്ടേഴ്സ് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ടിംഗ് മറൈൻ പൊല്യൂഷൻ, marine pollution in global position, effect of marine pollution, and various control of marine pollution. Then we go on to the oil pollution. Oil pollution is the സാധാരണ ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ എവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുക? ഓയിൽ മിക്കവാറും സ്പ്രെഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് വാട്ടറിലാണ്. ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ സീ നോർമലി അട്രാക്ട് the great attention because it's the visibility. There is a several sources through which the oil can reach from the sea. Next we go on to the source of oil pollution. Main ആയിട്ട് എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത്? ഒന്ന് accidental oil spill from tank, other commercial vessels, ground abandoned vessels, ഓയിൽ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം, പൈപ്പ് ലൈൻ. ഇതിനെ സാധാരണ ഓയിൽ സ്പിൽസ് എന്നാണ് പറയുക. ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ ഇൻ ടു റിവർ ആവാം, ബേ ആൻഡ് ഓഷ്യൻ. മോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ആർ കോസ്ഡ് ബൈ ആക്സിഡൻറ്റ് ഇൻവോൾവ് ടാങ്കർ, പൈപ്പ് ലൈൻ, റിഫൈനറി, ഡ്രില്ലിംഗ് റിങ്, സ്റ്റോറേജ് ഫെസിലിറ്റി. എക്യുപ്മെൻറ്റ് ബ്രേക്ക് ആവാം, എക്യുപ്മെൻറ്റ് ബ്രേക്കിംഗ് ഡൗൺ, നാച്ചുറൽ ഡിസാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ആവാം, ഡെലിബറേറ്റ്ലി അറ്റാക്ക് ആവാം. Then we go on to the role of oil pollution in marine. Oil distorted insulating capacity of mammals and other animals, birds. Then without the ability to repel the water insulation from the cold water, and birds and mammals die. ജെല്ലി ഫിഷ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ജുവലിയൻ സീ ടോറിയസ് ബിക്കം ട്രാപ്ഡ് ഇൻ ഓയിൽ ആൻഡ് മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ഇൻ ടു ഫുഡായിട്ട് ഓയിൽ കഴിക്കുന്നു. ഡോൾഫിനും വെയിൽസൊക്കെ തന്നെ ഓയിലകത്ത് ചെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ കിഡ്നി, ലിംസിനെ അഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. Then the next one, emission of non-methane volatile organic component, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon from tanker, pressure craft, oil extraction. Other ship related activities like dry docking, dry docking. Other activity, dumping of oil waste. So these are the main sources and the source contributing in oil contributing in the marine section. മറൈനിൽ മെയിനായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നതും എന്തുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെയാണ്? ഓയിൽ കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ. എഫക്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓയിൽ പൊല്യൂഷൻ. Oil penetrate into structure of plumage of birds and fewer animals, reducing insulation ability and making them more temperature fluctuation and less beyond of in water. Then the animal effect. Animal cannot fly the bird and send them find their babies and mother fed away from the strange scent of the oil, leaving the babies crave and eventually die, and cannot fly, they are not escaping from paradactyl, and together they are diminishing the visibility, dehydration, coating their feathers. Something studies suggest that less than 1% of oil soaked square of birds survive even after cleaning. Surviving rate is 90%. And there is a fewer marine mammals expose the oil spill, affecting in similar way oil coated fewer sea and otter seals, reducing its insulation effect, leading the fluctuation of body temperature, hyperthermia. Oil can blind the animal, leave it defenseless, and oil dehydration and impair the diagnostic process. Animal can poisoning the oil. Then oil pollution control methods. One is using sulfate reducing bacteria SRB and acid producing bacteria are anomeric. While generally aerobic bacteria GAB, general aerobic bacteria are aerobic. The bacteria occur naturally and it will act as to remove oil from the ecosystem for their food chain. Next is cleaning the oil surface water contaminant beaches is the time of consuming labor intensive process. Emulsification of oil and oil in the water can be accelerated through use of chemical dispersant which can spread on the oil, and various liquors in which continuously bend on the absorbent material dip through the oil and slick and passes through the roller to extract the oil have been designed. Rock harbor wall can be cleaned with high pressure steam or dispersant, after which surface must be hosed down. Marine pollution contribution. Marine pollution of the world oceans is becoming a major problem on the earth. It is believed that everything that been carried away by the river ultimately end up the sea. This lead to pollution by sewage, garbage, agriculture waste, industrial waste, dumping of radioactive wastes into sea. The large amount of plastic waste dumped into ocean has already become threat of marine life. The sources of marine are marine source pollution, other sources from the land. Two-way. Marine water most seriously polluted is oil. Previously we discussed. The causes of marine oil pollution are oil tank accident, one of the major source of oil pollutant. During oil explosion, either on shore or offshore, there is always a risk below out if the control of the wall is lost. Minor oil spills at sea from the broken connector occur is very frequent. Internal discharge of oil into seawater is the recent phenomena which occurred during the recent Gulf War. Other sources of pollution from land. The garbage disposal is another major form of ocean pollution. The garbage including junk out of fishing net, plastics, general household garbage, bulb, tin cans. Savage disposal causes massive nutrient loading into ocean ecosystem. Runoff from farmland containing fertilizers, pesticides, industrial runoff and containing heavy metals, phosphorus Urban runoff containing oil, salt, various chemicals find their way into sea. Over-explosion of aquatic resources such as excessive fishing, mining of minerals at the coastal area, seabed, and near coast result of refilling marine. State the role of marine pollution in global pollution. Oil spill in an ocean kill animals. First part is runoff. The runoff from the land come from both urban and agriculture. Municipal waste, sewage from the residents, hotels in coastal town are directly discharged into sea. Originating from the source of car washing, truck washing tank near the coastal area. Chemicals end up the road, highway flowing through the rain. Inland mining, traveling through river and estuarine. So, runoff a smoother marine plant. Litter and debris dust come into ocean by way of wind. Plastic. The major pollution is due to plastic and depositing of suspended particles in water. The pollution due to organic waste, when oxygen concentration fall 1.5 milligram per liter, the rate of aerobic oxidants reducing and replacing by aerobic bacteria that can oxidize the organic molecules without use of oxygen. Offshore oil explosion and the pesticides, fertilizers from agriculture, from the wash of rain water goes finally ended to sea. India is estimated to use of 50,000 tons of pesticides annually enter into ocean. It is 25% carried out by ocean. The second part states the role of marine pollution in global pollution. Internal discharge, toxic waste including mercury released by manufacturing plants. Agricultural toxics can direct biological hazard. Temperature increases, discharge plastic. Then another problem. Then the scientists have estimated 1 core metric ton plastic waste. Discard fishing net, other plastics enter into ocean. Sewage passes directly into ocean. Then we go on to the another three major problem. One is an atmospheric pollutant. Various type of pollutant can get into water through rain. Ocean absorbing excess and becoming more acidic. Oil spill, accidents, ship accident spillage. Dry locking, all ships periodically dry locking for servicing, cleaning up the hulls during the period when cargo compartment was empty. Residential oil come into sea. Crude oil transportation. Crude oil is difficult to clean up. Ship can also noise pollution, disturbing balance of life of marine animals. Deep sea mining, relatively find out new minerals, retrieving process take place in ocean floor. Ocean mining site usually 1,400 to 3,700 meters below ocean surface. When they create fluid sulfur deposition, copper, cobalt, zinc, and the environmental damage of surrounding area and remove the part of oil, sand, oil floor will result in the environmental discharge, disturbing the benthic layer and the habit of benthic organism. Beside from direct impact of mining area, leakage, spill, corrosion would be alter the mining area of chemical makeup. State of air pollution, marine pollution in global pollution. Air pollutant 20% ആണ് ഓഷ്യനിൽ, 20% റൺ ഓഫ്, 30% ആണ് വേസ്റ്റ് വരുന്ന സീവേജ്. ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ പെർസെൻറ്റേജ് 10 ആണ്, മറൈൻ ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ടേഷൻ 10% ആണ്, ഓഫ് ഷെയർ ഓയിൽ 5%, ലിറ്റർ 5% ആണ്. ഇതിൽ തന്നെ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ വേസ്റ്റ് ആണ് 62%, റിഫൈനറിയിൽ നിന്ന് 2. Production effect of marine pollution ആണ്. Once the oil spill, ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം ഓയിൽ പൊട്ടി വലിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ it cannot remove him completely. Then fish kill occur during oil spill. Seabird affect directly oil on plant. Oil due to oil spill, badly oiled shore large affecting human, animal life and human seaweed. Oil sticks prevent percentage of bird species of seabird are insect the plastic in a stomach causes gastro problems, reducing animal hunger, and develop toxic pollutant like herbicide, pesticide from the ഫെർട്ടിലൈസേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ കടലോട്ട് ചെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ reducing the light penetration may alter the plant animal vertical disturbance. Detergent in several interfere with physiological process. Pesticides selective distortion or damage the element of food plastic. Fertilizers may stimulate increasing the photoplastoid other plant productivity. Controlling of oil marine pollution. Reduce the causes of oil spill due to leakage and tanker of well blowout. Continuous planning is required for abandonment of oil spill. Effective measure and control of oil spill. Developing no fishing zone. Checking additional toxic waste to river flowing into sea. Banning the mining activity in and around the coastal region and and seabed. Continuous planning is required for cleaning the oil spill. Sinking agent like chalk dispersant converted oil into more easily handled viscoelastic substance. Control measure like biodegradation process in which bacteria and other microorganisms alter and break down the complex organic compound. Political commitment is required to develop and enforce legislation relevant to manage of residential and tourism development in the coastal zone. Improve the existing sewage disposal facility or building new one is important. Large resort should install its own waste treatment plant. Coastal and marine planning management should be considered land-sea interaction, participation of private sector organization, balance between protection, development and public participations are required. Introducing sewage treatment plant to reduce BOD to final product before discharging into sea. Cleaning the oil from surface water. Loading the top system, reducing oil pollution, cleaning with high pressure jet to water. Crude oil washing to minimize while cargo is being unloaded. Thank you. And നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ ടോപ്പിക് അവസാനിച്ചു.